How's it going, man? How's it going, YouTube? Yo, what's up, Crush? Welcome, bro. Alright, so the last thing we did was actually killing Logarian. The next on the list is basically going to be going for Sharzul, in fact. I feel like it's better if we clear the bags a little bit because there's like there are lots of drops in that place. Gonna need the space, as much space as possible, so we can carry as much. Sure, that's not too bad. Gonna need a key for sure. I have it apparently. Put the experience potions into the bank as well. We don't need them anymore, I think. So one thing that I had in mind is that like getting the courageous tinctures at this point, simply because like I feel like they're going to be helping me out big time. Since we are missing like armor and we are at the same time missing defensive ability, a potion is capable of fixing both of those things when I am in danger. And that is being sold in Homestead. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter like if you're missing or not these stats. Like, it's always better to have more of these anyways. So, and this potion is pretty cheap. So, when you're doing end-game content, in most cases, you kind of want to use this potion, which is being sold by the Homestead Quartermaster. This is it. There's probably about like 100 of them, and I'm gonna put it onto the 4th button, in fact. Here we go. Let's also check like what sort of potions available from the order. This guy. We have Cold and Frostburn with Slowing Cold Flats. Not good. Alright, Bastion. So, I believe this is going to be part 15 if I'm not mistaken. I don't have that much time in this part, maybe like an hour and a half or so. We're gonna try and like finish the Bastion, and we will also try to do the Secret Path for the stat and the skill point that I'm missing. So killing like Sentinel is going to be the aim for this. Yeah, I did end up putting the scrap into the bank, which I shouldn't have. That was stupid. I think we need like 40 of them. Didn't notice if you answer any idea about build for whole content even with Galagadra. I have a lot of builds that are like very good in my spreadsheet if you're interested. Especially Shield Breakers. Shield Breakers, Cabalist, the Bird Summoner. Those are like incredibly good. The Warlord that I just put is incredibly good as well. I've killed Galagadra multiple times on my Shield Breakers though. Both of them. But they do require gear. At the end of the day, it's not only about the build, it's also about the gear. Like, do you have that gear? You know what I mean? There's some like crazy pieces, for sure. And also piloting comes important too. On Elite? No, on Ultimate. I need to cluster this, not really sure what's going on, but just to be safe. I was getting CC'd over there. I've killed both Galagadra, Ravager. Yeah, Mogdrugan is a joke, like, compared to those anyways. I need the Dual Pistol Purifier guide. Check maybe the forums. I did not play such a thing. I don't enjoy pistols all that much. That was a crazy pack, by the way, you guys. How many of these were there in total? A couple of parasites as well. This is insane. Well, we are good now. Is there a link? Yes. If you write exclamation build, it's the last link. It's my spreadsheet. And over there on the bottom, you're gonna need to click the Forgotten Gods tab. Taking too much damage here. Wait, why did I find you? I was just here then. I'm kind of glad that this reset. I'm not really sure like where did I find this Dark Omen from. It was really weird. He backstabbed me, flanked me. Oh, before I forget, we're listening to Pillars of Eternity 2 OST. Mogdragon's Art or Relic. It's a crazy relic drop, especially for a summoner. I'm gonna go back for the one-shot chest, you guys. before I forget about this. And we're gonna have an issue in this place all the time, especially versus like the parasites. Seems like parasites are way too tanky for me against fighters team. The leech, these things. But the peasants are dying quite fast, that's good. Oh, hello. Dual wield Panetti's dual, shoot Panetti's from the gun. It doesn't shoot from the gun, it's a cast, spell cast. And I've done it with like dual pistols. There's a pistol that's capable of giving you weapon damage to Panetti. And then I hated the character and suicided to Mogdragon. I deleted like all the items and went ahead and suicide. Didn't like my build. I even like removed the build from the build spreadsheet the other day. That is the only build that I really disliked so far from the ones that we played in Forgotten Gods. It was an Aether Panetti, I think. Let's try this one more time. I'll try and stay closer to this guy so that he gets shotgunned. Hopefully I can. Ah, he's hitting too hard, that's just insane. Even with the potion up. Have 2% chance to crit him. That is basically the damage scaling that we're missing. Like, I need to get a little bit more offensive ability for my character. Our crit damage is kind of questionable as well. Alright, there's no turning back from this moment. It will definitely be rough, especially against like void leeches. Versus these enemies, it should be okay. It should be spiky, but it should be okay. At the very least, like, we have the damage versus these. They do die. I'm kind of scared from like Shazul as well, not gonna lie. It's going to be interesting. Remember, like, we're gaining quite okay crit damage when the Dying God is up, but it doesn't do anything for me since it doesn't, you know, I don't crit. So another way to like scale my damage would be getting reliable crit rates with the offensive ability, or reducing their defenses. That'll work too. How are we doing with the Chthonians? I'm gonna get very close to being nemesis with them in this run. It's gonna be nice. Because that means we're gonna end up finding Gravathor in Stonewall Defense, some shield. In Ashes. Oh yeah, we were wondering about like the reputation of Barrowholm. I'm missing about like 3,000. We need to get revered with them before reaching them in Ultimate. That's important because like we want to get I think I want to like buy everything they have to offer, and then afterwards probably just gonna like go enemies with them in Ultimate. It's much easier to play that. And I like their dungeon, it's a good place to farm as well. Looks like there's no way going from there. Let's go from here. Have you seen the May Scott Smasher? Think it's doable with the pure Physio R? I think it's more bleed, isn't it? Not really sure. Didn't really think about like two-hander pure phase, other than, you know, the Warlord sets. The Warborn set, I should have said. That one already has a one-hander weapon in it, so... It's almost as if like my Doom Bolt is not hitting him. He's resistant to chaos. Chthonians. There's a massive pack on that, inside that room. I think I'm gonna go for it. since we need the reputation with the burrows. Let's see. It's gonna be long. I actually don't think it's gonna be long. I think it's going to be fine. About like 30 minutes is good for Bastion of Chaos usually. Bastion of Chaos is very big compared to the others because of all these like doors that you're opening and like in and out that you're doing. Like our speed is fine for now, just judging from like the first floor, it's okay. Nothing was like too hard, everything is dying quite rather okay. The boss before coming to Bastion of Chaos was questionable. That also means like Charzol is going to be questionable as well, the last boss. Guys, I would suggest you to try and get revered with Barrowhelm here, if it's possible, for you. Otherwise, like, maybe even run it one more time. If you want to go enemies like I will, I think so. So there's a trap inside this room that we will wait and trigger. In this case, we don't necessarily need to wait because we're already fighting for some time. There it goes. A couple of waves of like very small peasant chthonics are gonna spawn. The same thing is for the next room as well. But for some reason the next room actually like takes a very long time to spawn. But what I'm thinking is that like I'm gonna need to kite the room after that anyways. So I think I'm just gonna kite the after room into the trap room. We'll see. And this is very good for reputation, both the infamy and the Barrowhelm, for sure. Alright, this is good. The same is inside this room too, but like this one takes forever to spawn for some reason, I don't know why. Nozzle is asking, I found an item that restores percentage health when I get below 32%. Does that mean I cannot get one shot? No, it definitely means you still can, but when you are below 30%, that thing will automatically kick. But think about it this way, sometimes you die instantly before becoming below 30%. Somebody can absolutely destroy you from 40%, or maybe even in some cases 100%. Kinda depends on what you're up against, unfortunately. But if you go below 30% and it has time to proc, it will proc and, you know, restore that much HP. And then it will have like an internal cooldown, most likely. Alright, let's wait here for the trap now. $1.7k, almost like halfway done. That's pretty cool. Ah, there we go. That wasn't too long. I said 1.7k, right? Let's check it out like after killing all this. Maybe like 1.6? We'll see. Yeah, 1636. It's about like 100 reputation that we have gained from this, I think. Some infamy too. Not too bad. Sharpshooters. Survived the first floor, you guys. Only to be greeted by a bunch of parasites in the second. Can loot this. There's usually a chest there, this time not really. Took my chest. That wasn't too bad, actually. He didn't split either. I have two cooldowns up right now. One of them is the potion and the other one is torment. Can I actually cast this downstairs? Okay. Watch the show. What you gonna do? They're trying to hide from me. I found the spot. Alright, I'm gonna come for you. There'll be a round 2 for this. These crystals, they're usually like much more deadlier than the monsters itself. Even though they don't move. There's too many of them. For a split second, I had 42% chaos resistance against this guy here. Didn't even know he was capable of like debuffing me that bad. This is actually a very dangerous run. I just realized they have Cruel. 60% increased crit damage. And they can definitely crit me easily. The odds are not in our favor, guys. I am so scared of Shazul. We could actually like check this guy out. Maybe he's selling me something. Already learned. What about the rings over here? There's a acid poison one. I'll buy the components. But the rest is unfortunately a waste. What's going on here? Lifesteal is 0 and health is 57. How that can I go the infiltrator? Rep. Which infiltrator? I'm not really sure which infiltrator you're talking about. Rest in peace, my Spellbreaker. At least I did farm experience potions and put like 13 to the bank. Also the mandates. Time to start the Oathkeeper, I guess. Rest in peace, Dark Army. I was wondering if that is the trap. It doesn't look like it. Exo saying level 82 at the moment. Should I wait to level 94 to do like one-shot chess? About like level 90 is fine. Yeah, 88, 90 just to make sure. You don't necessarily need to be 94. Because it scales off the map and map is usually ahead of you. Thank you, guy. This was the dude that we actually need for the quest, so that's gonna be good for the Anastasia quest. The next quest is in fact in Port Valkyrie. I'm really not sure if I want to do the Port Valkyrie right now or not. That's a annoying zone. Definitely, we should be capable of doing it, but it's gonna take a while to do. I'll try and decide till then. Like, I think I would much rather start like the I'm already full, by the way. This is insane. I think I'll much rather like start Malmouth, but yeah, might decide against it. We'll see. Okay, cannot loot so much anymore. This place is crazy when it comes to like drops. It's just far too long, and we are not even on the last floor yet. This is the guy that we were attacking from upstairs. He didn't put much of a fight. How we doing with the Barrow Home? Almost there. 800. I should be able to get it, you guys, from this run. Just over here, that like some hidden chest now. Maybe it was on the other side. No, it's in fact here. Right next to me. Can loot the waist guard. Make my space. It almost feels like we're healing those white residues with white parasites with white acid damage. Foresight is there as well. Hey Malagant and chat, hope is well today. So to hear that IKV talking about the rip, but at least you farmed the experience potions and got them in the bank. Good luck on your Oath Keeper. Yeah, what's up Foresight? Welcome, bro. Always with the warm welcome. Look at the parasites, like everything else is dying and parasites are still alive. The void leeches. That is so sad. Nice. This was the pack that I was like tagging from the side. I was trying to path towards me. No, please, I need 500 more somehow. We're coming very close to the finish. Maybe a couple of elites here? No elites. You kidding me? Like, this room could have been very difficult, by the way, guys. And maybe there's going to be wave after wave. Who knows? We'll see. Turned out to be extremely easy. Arcane lens. And let's check the side too. Unfortunate. I'm not getting revered, so again need to do something about it. I want to be inside that room as well. That's like literally the last room that we didn't clear, so give me a second. So one thing that we're gonna do right over here is that like I'll come right here, go to the monsters database. We're gonna check like Shizel. And we're gonna check like Alchemos. So the Shizel is with like 25% vitality resistance, and Alchemos is with like 65% vitality resistance in fact. So Shizel technically should be dying a little bit easier than the Alchemos that we killed. Well, we'll see how it goes, man. One thing that we're gonna do over here is that like I'll pop a fire pot for sure. I need to keep my physical resistance up. Pop this as well. So another thing that we will do is try and spawn the crystals, I think. Even though they're refusing to spawn right now. This is actually like this. This is so weird. Okay, 2 spawns. Ah, 3 even. Okay. There should have been like 2 more or so. There's one like inside this and there as well. Oh well. Too bad. As they disappear, I'm gonna engage. Here we go. It's going tiny little bit faster than Alchemos, but the thing is like it is harder to stay close to him. So I would say it's gonna take almost as much. With Alchemos I was able to just like rotate around him all the time, turning him in circles. This one's more difficult in that case. I have to like run out of my range of the Ravenous Earth, which is stupid, but it's the case here. Oof. Yeah, he's sitting out of his mind now. He's running faster as well. You see like how he's trying to actually like get ahead of you. That's so interesting. I'm glad this guy didn't necessarily have a special weapon either. But Bastion of Chaos went fine. Let's see our legendaries here. 2 legendaries. Vanquisher Gem. That is pretty lucky. And the Gut Hook Belt. The Vanquisher Gem is very hilarious in fact. It's like a 5% chance to draw from specifically this chest. The mythical Lich Guard. Alright. Crest, and plate mail. How are we doing with these dudes? Barholm is 300 missing. Feels bad. Maybe they're actually like gaining some reputation when we are killing these guys outside as well. Who knows? 287, right? Just to make sure. Let's see how this goes. What is that placement with the Revenant Sword? Ignatius. Where are you going, man? What is this? Alright, time to check it out. 287 became 191. I believe we can do this. Let's do it. Just take 1-2 bounties? Nah, no need to do the bounties for only like 100 reputation missing. There's no way. It would actually like take me longer to figure out the bounty and do it afterwards. Personally, I'm not necessarily like the biggest fan when it comes to bounties either. Yeah, don't really enjoy doing them so much. Ah, this guy should seal the deal. Nathalion? There it is. So, we could actually, what we're gonna do here is that I'm gonna log into Elite. And we're gonna visit their quartermaster. And I'll also, like, clean my bags in that quartermaster, that's fine. So one thing that we need to like make sure here is mythical Lich Guard again. We need to like buy literally everything they have to offer. I cannot miss anything from this. Let's just clean this bag first. This is very interesting. The Wendigo Tainted. They're actually not that cheap. So what are we using for weapons right now, you guys? We're using Coven's Bane, which is Vitality, Double, Energy Regen, and Chaos Resistance. we could be using Vitality double with HP, which isn't all too bad. What about here? Do you give to the weapons as well? Yeah. Vitality double with flat Vitality and HP again. Yeah, that one's definitely better than that one, so no need to check the other. So I'm gonna buy just like 6 of these, 7 of them, that's fine. We're gonna buy like maybe like 18 of this or something. It should be more than enough. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna need more. Make sure to like buy yourself a borrow home or 2 mandate as well. We don't need that since I won't have a new character. Legendary amulets with like Vitality, Necromancer pluses, Sigil of Consumption, the Reaver's Hunger. Very interesting. We're gonna buy this one as well, of course. Voracious one. Yeah, let's just buy it. Let's learn them. I have quite a lot of gold right now. One-handed mace when the Wendigo. Claw of Hagaraz is another very interesting one, which I was actually like saying this might actually end up being better than the Bone Spike. If you remember at the very first part, this is like on the target build we actually have this, the Claw of Hagaraz. It is very interesting. And Howl of Wendigo. You can buy like some bleed resistance. Probably 20 is more than enough. You can buy a couple of these as well. I don't necessarily think I'm going to use this. And a fat vitality. Let's buy like 20 of these as well. You spent quite the money here. Double vitality with its offensive ability. Reaping Strike. Offensive ability, double vitality, Chaos and Poison, Second Right and Bone Harvest. Not sure. We might actually have like a chest upgrade though. Foul Eruption. Ah. This does seem like an upgrade. We're dropping the 2 set bonus on the right side. We're gaining about like 400 armor, which is a really good thing because our armor is like possibly our worst side. We don't necessarily gain anything other than like stun reduction as well. That was something that I was interested in, but... Double vitality with HP defense ability. Predator saying time to go. Have a nice day, you too, Predator. Thanks for hanging out. A Hungering Reach. Blood Boil. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Let's check out what this Reaver's Hunger is in Grimtoes. I kind of want to see it. I have enough HP, but do I use it? Cult of Trick, the Venom Fire was the one that I was trying to go for. It's giving crit damage to Ravenous Earth. With pluses to Necromancer. If this is not too expensive, we could craft this right now, but I think I would much rather go for the Venom Fire. I think so. But I'm giving a very serious thought to that like claw that we have just learned. I think it might actually be better to go for it. Especially for the pluses, it's going to make the game a little bit easier for me to play. Both pluses. It's a mythical version of the Alchemist, right? We were using this. It's about the same as I have. It's fine. Put that back. Still, guys, I'm still thinking about like buying that chess piece and maybe replacing my helm, but I don't necessarily think it's the biggest deal. I think we're gonna be okay. But in this case, like if you're playing the same character and you're following this guide, what you could do is like you could decide for yourself. I have these items on my chest and helm, but if the items that are available to you from this guy is like better than your items, then you should probably buy it. I think I'm gonna pass on that. I think so. A medal with all damage and 173 vitality damage. What is that, man? Some offensive ability as well. How is there like 200 vitality damage on a medal? 200 something even, it's not even done. I drop in like pierce, stun duration. Gonna put this into the bank. We'll consider that later on, I think. Not right now, because it's messing around with my resistances. Vanquisher gem, man. One last thing that we're gonna do in this part is that like I think I'm gonna like buy a couple more of these just in case, because we are about to like go enemies with them in the next part, in fact. But yeah, I'm gonna do the secret path. Yo, what's up, Irish? How you doing, man? Blood boil is very strong. Two medals there. That one's possibly better than this one anyways, so... And what do we exactly need to like craft this dagger, by the way? Claw of Hagaraz. We need a Wendigo Claw, Spectre, and Juggernaut. Juggernaut is there. Oof, all around blood. That is not easy. That is not easy. Yeah, we're gonna need to figure this out. I might actually look into it on the next part. Let's do the secret path. I might look into this on the next part though, because I think we need to buy some recipes here and there from some of the reputation factions. Wouldn't be better an offhand with like some relic focused on vitality damage? Maybe at one point, yes, depends on the relic, in my opinion. Maybe. And depends on the offhand too. Like what sort of offhand you're gonna find. Like we were discussing this earlier. This is a little bit more reliable to fix, you know what I mean? It's very easy to fix. That's the only thing. It would definitely be better with like that Blood of Chthon offhand, for instance, is also unlocking you to use a better relic in that case. Of course. But this is so easy to fix. Like, literally everyone can fix this setup. No need to go for the RNG, let's say. I was missing some poison resistance there. That was questionable. Sentinel might be an issue, but we're gonna kite him for long. It's fine. These things are hitting out of their minds, by the way. Especially in close range. Andrews amplifier. By the way, the guy that we're going to right now and the guy that we just killed, they're capable of dropping incredibly good pens, MI pens. If you would like to farm them, just like reset your game and go again and again and again, they have about like 30% chance to drop it. We don't necessarily care about like lifesteal. The one that we're about to kill soon, Solar Sect, is capable of dropping lifesteal pens. In fact, that's very unique in the game. And the one that we just killed is the offensive ability one, I think. This one actually rolled like acid and poison. It's not that bad, but yeah. If you keep on going, like, you could definitely find some, like, maybe even White Citadel. Overall good quality item. Which necklace would be best for, like, the Acid Boy build for this? I'm actually not sure. Not sure. Check out like one of the conduits. But it shouldn't be too hard to like figure it out. Checking Grim Tools and writing acid damage on the necklace bite. Yeah, damage is incredibly good against the beasts. It disappeared. Been some time that I haven't played versus easy targets. That's surprising. Stone Plate Greaves. Hey man, he's just chilling there. This guy's like complete vitality himself, isn't it? Might actually take a while to kill. And I think he's actually capable of like life stealing from those pools that he's spawning to under me all the time, pretty much. It's going to be messed up. No pens. Valdon rifle. Okay. Next one isn't going to be Yasterkarn. Valdon rifle. Really, man? How are we doing with the other infamy? Chthonians are pretty close, Ethereals are pretty close. Undead is relatively close as well. Remember, like, there's oh, I actually need to like give my quest back to the Anastia, right? After doing the Bastion, I haven't. Probably should. She might actually like give me a Relic Recipe there. I'd like to buy Grimdome, but I don't understand what is the end game about it. Can somebody explain to me? It's just gear hunt, basically. There are various different things that you could do to gear hunt. But you're just searching for legendaries, items, recipes, just like any other game. And it is single player oriented. You can play with like friends and stuff, but the game has saves inside your computer, etc. That is all I'll say, man. Ah, that's not too bad, actually. Interesting. Apparently I'm overcapped enough. 71%? I think the lightning one is the scary. I think this guy has some pants as well, but didn't want to drop. Definitely go for physique here. We're missing he dropped the soiled trousers, I suppose. Missing the defensive abilities here. My character looks like a clown right now. I need your weapons! I think one of them is carrying a weapon. Maybe even both of them? Not sure. Yo, what's up, second? Yeah. Nice. There was only one. I'm really curious how difficult this Sentinel fight is going to be. Good morning to you once again, then, Kuro. What the hell? I thought you were grinding all this time in SF. 2 hours of grind and then pass out. I see. Yeah. My voice definitely does that to people, man. That is how I get my viewership usually. How it happens is that like somebody tunes in to check the stream out and then they fall asleep. When you level with Oathkeeper, which emblem do you get from the cults? I usually get Vanish no matter what I'm playing with, usually. In this case, I went for the teleport because I didn't want to rush all that much. But I do believe like when it comes to just pure speed, Vanish, which is the Shadow Strike equivalent, is a little bit better. I feel like it. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Bismiel people that is selling it, but yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. You should check out like every single one of them. Someone told me flat damage added to the spells does nothing. Is that BS? Flat damage only adds to spells or attacks, whatever you want to call them, everything basically, if it is capable of utilizing your weapon. So when you mouse over something, if you see weapon percentage, then you'll be able to tell, okay, this is also scaling with the flat damage that I take from everywhere else. Like, we mouse over here, there's nothing to do with weapon, main hand, offhand, nothing. So it's just a spell. It won't use flat damage. What? This devotion shrine over here is usually very easy. Don't know why, but it doesn't spawn like... It reliably doesn't spawn elites. Don't know why. I feel like the Sentinel fight is going to be very difficult for me. Skull of Gulamash. That's a very interesting job right here. Drain Essence. With consumption. Don't know what second is done. So if you craft a conduit necklace and it has like a prefix that gives 70 acid damage to Ravenous Earth, it just doesn't do anything. In that case it does, because it says 2 acid damage as a modifier to it. It does. So those type of things that are specifying it, like a spell, it will of course like go ahead and affect it. We're talking about like other things, basically. I can give you an example. This one, for instance, look at it. It says 402 chaos damage. You see that? That doesn't add on top of the Ravenous Earth. But if I would like attack with my weapon like this, I'm gonna have that 402 weapon damage from this. It's gonna be interesting, you guys. What's my Aether resistance? Let's pop an Aether pot here. Pop this one too. It's the last one. Let's see how this goes, but this might actually be very deadly for me. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be this resistant, but... I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. Those crystals are so deadly. Now, isn't that fortunate? We're gonna do something here. I'm gonna use a cluster. Try to specifically nuke the extra spawn. That was incredibly unfortunate. That's not gonna happen to you most likely. It has never happened to me before. So we reset this fight and go one more time. I had to use the cluster so that like I can just focus the spiders down and go one more time. It's like looting in between. Uh-oh, I failed there. It's not good. Please don't hit me. Ugh. This guy's too deadly for this character. I'll try to like explain what you're supposed to do versus this guy. Because you're not supposed to be fighting him like this, but it's almost impossible for me to fight him the way that I'm supposed to be fighting him. Because of, you know, how squishy I am right now. It's getting buffed by the crystal that's like on the other side. It's not good. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That was awkward. Now... There we go. Okay, so you have seen those like green big crystals? Those are like buffing him, and it's basically just making him incredibly powerful. But obviously like the space is very limited in the space. So you kind of want to be like dropping the crystals like, if the fight is going to be this long, normally you have a very strong character and you destroy him anyways. But if the fight is going to be this long, you at the very least you want to be dropping the crystals like somewhere that is not going to be an issue for you and you can like run around all the time. But in my case, I wasn't able to just like stand still and tank him even without the crystals. So I was like running, so therefore the crystals were like randomly located. It was very annoying because of that. Because of that, like, we almost fucking died, actually. I'm glad that I'm still alive. Even though this is softcore, I do try to, like, you know, behave or, like, you know, treat it as if, like, a sidecore, for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised to dying something like this with the gear that we have without doing any farming at all. Like, we finished everything that is available in vanilla like without farming anything. That's already really impressive for a character like this, in my opinion. If you think about it, like, compare this guy to Craig's DK at this point. The DK is full legendary set before jumping into ultimate. We have literally completed the entire ultimate on vanilla at least. Without any legendaries on me almost, and like the only legendary that I'm running with is this one and that one, and they're not even like that good for me, unfortunately. Maybe this one's a little bit better. Yeah. So in that regard, like, jumping into ultimate, Craig's DK so far is much stronger than this. But let's see like how this guy is gonna turn out to be if we can, you know, end up farming the set that is going for. This was part 15, I think, YouTube. Let me see like where we are putting this point to. Maybe into this? 31 points? Instead of 25? Actually not sure. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Let's put 1 more point into that. So the next difficulty, we're either going for the Port Valkyrie, which I very much doubt, because Port Valkyrie is going to be, like, in my opinion, a lot harder than what Ashes of Malmouth could offer right now. Let's stop messing around with, like, very hard stuff for now. The last 2 things that I have done are pretty difficult. Let me turn in the quest as well, and then I think I'm calling it right there for part 15. I'll see you on 16, YouTube. Alright. I think I have a lot of Trollbone Crushers. It's fine. It was an incredibly close call, I think, versus the Sentinel, right? I survived with like maybe 1% or something. Probably not that low, but it's pretty close. What about this medallion, by the way? We didn't check it out, but it gives defensibility, which I direly need at this point. Maximum pierce resistance with elements, pierce. Stun duration is going away. I actually think this is better. Honored with the Black Legion just lost a little bit. Unfortunate that this is Nemesis Relic one more time. I'm gonna do the Port Valkyrie quest as well, but not just yet. Not just yet. Yeah, we bought these before. We'll catch you on 16, YouTube. Thanks for watching, bros.